Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
The tragic reason the daughter of Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley allegedly left her newborn baby to die in the woods amid freezing temperatures on Christmas night 2022 has been revealed. Alexandra Eckersley, 27, had thought her son died almost instantly after she gave birth inside a tent in the New Hampshire woods, her attorney Jordan Strand claimed during opening statements in her trial on Thursday. She noted that Eckersley was bleeding heavily, and after the baby was born, her boyfriend, George Thieberge, said it had no pulse. Prosecutors claim she then abandoned the child and misled police about the newborn's whereabouts. Alexandra, who was adopted by the famous pitcher and his ex-partner Nancy O'Neill in 1996, is now facing charges of endangering the welfare of a child, reckless conduct, second-degree assault, and falsifying physical evidence. She has pleaded not guilty to these charges, as her lawyers argue she did not know she was pregnant and was suffering from substance abuse disorders as well as bipolar disorder, which she was diagnosed with as a kid. She was in a heightened emotional state, not thinking clearly and suffering from symptoms of her bipolar disorder, Strand argued. She said Eckersley and George Thieberge, who had been living in a tent in the woods for years, had no cell phone service to call for help and started walking toward an ice arena instead. On their way, Eckersley experienced an afterbirth, but had thought she just had another child, Strand claimed on Thursday. Eckersley would then tell a 911 dispatcher she had given birth to 2 children and one had lived for less than a minute, while the other died immediately. But when cops showed up at the scene, Eckersley allegedly misled police for 73 minutes, telling them she was bringing them to the baby, whom she claimed was born near the West Side Ice Arena around midnight. Eventually, officers found the baby lying on the ground at the tent she shared with Thieberge, next to the bed after they'd noticed a trail of blood that appeared to run down the side of the bed, the police report, viewed by the Boston Globe, said. Police said the infant was found unclothed and had been struggling to breathe in temperatures that reached as low as 10 degrees Fahrenheit. The police report also notes that Eckersley was found wearing blood-stained clothes and was under the influence of drugs. When asked why she didn't bring her baby to the bridge to meet with police after making the 911 call, she replied, "What do they tell you when a plane goes down? Save yourself first." Eckersley was subsequently hospitalized and booked by officers, while her baby was rushed to Catholic Medical Center before being airlifted to Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center. Eckersley later claimed that prior to police arriving, she and Thieberge agreed they would not lead officers to their tent in fear it would be torn down and taken away, leaving them without shelter during the winter. Eckersley admitted that she had a conversation with George where they agreed to tell the police that the incident occurred at the soccer fields so that the police would not find and take their tents, police said in Alexandra's arrest report. Eckersley was stating that it is very hard to survive if they had lost their tent because of the cold temperatures during the winter in Manchester. Eckersley stated that this is the reason they turned off the propane heat. Prosecutor Alexander Gatsulis now argues that Eckersley intentionally led the first responders away from the baby because she didn't want to get in trouble. Nearly an hour after she gave birth, she told them a new fact for the first time. The baby was crying when she gave birth, he told jurors on Thursday as he played body camera footage of first responders discovering the newborn. This completely changed the landscape of the search and increased everyone's urgency, because now, they were looking for a baby, and not a corpse. He added that the defense may discuss Eckersley's history of mental illness and substance abuse, but none of that negates her purposeful actions here by lying about where the baby was and leading the search party away from her child for well over an hour. Strand, however, argued that Eckersley had tried to tell first responders where the baby was when they first arrived on the scene, but nobody would listen to her.